Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Across the Pond. I should say, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel. That's my radio show Across the Pond. Anyway, welcome guys to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel and to podcast number 69. Yes, 69. So, yeah. Anyway, got Basjan waiting in the back. Basjan's just joined us. So, going to get Basjan in. So,
Hello,
Basjan, hey,
Happy New Year and Happy New Year
hey,
to all the viewers. Doing good, thanks. Doing good.
yeah,
I'm still
cool,
get
cool,
used to
cool.
the hours and everything because I was not sure what time. Uh, if you guys changed the time already or not over there, so I was not sure.
No, not yet. Yeah, it's we haven't changed our we don't change our time zone until March, end of March.
Uh, oh,
So
March, oh yes. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I had some
yeah,
interesting time. Watched too much
yeah,
sci- sci-fi
yeah.
series and stuff like that, and uh, the Kurt Russell's miniseries is just building up, and it's getting better and better. What can I say?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been watching that Monarch legacy
Oh yes,
of monsters, and I can't wait for the last episode. I can't wait for the last episode of number 10. As it's, I'm not going to spoil
yes.
it. Things are moving. Things are happening. Things
Fast,
are happening.
really,
So
really fast. Yes, I've watched. So I can't wait for the last
yeah,
one, and yes, it's. Let me put it this way: if you haven't watched it, it's one of the best sci-fi series, and it makes complete sense after the bombing of Hiroshima. Let's put it this way: you're gonna enjoy it. Go and watch it if you haven't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to see that. I still haven't seen it. It's been out for a while now. Is
Mhm.
Godzilla minus one? I want to see
Yes,
that because it's supposed to be really, really dark, really dark.
yes,
It's more of a it's close to the original Godzilla of 1954 from what I've been hearing.
yes.
It's the horror
I want to
aspect
watch it.
of what what is basically what's it's like the horror of war and what
Yes,
happens if you start literally throwing nukes about, if you know what I mean. That's the
exactly.
aspect of everything. So I want to what I want to watch that. So
Different.
yeah, and I can't wait for Godzilla and Kong and the
Yes.
new kingdom. With like it was coming out, I think it's sometime this year. So
Oh
can't wait
yes.
for that because I've
Well,
been sort of like been watching some of the I've watched the one of the a couple of trailers and it looks good. Looks good.
mhm.
So yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So I
Oh,
watched.
definitely.
I finally finished watching. I finally finished watching Star Trek. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Saw the
Oh
last
yes.
episode. Episode 10 of Strange New Worlds. Oh
Mhm.
god, that looks good. I can't wait
Oh yes.
for season 3. Can't wait for season
Uh,
3.
Same.
I sort of like blanked. I sort of like blanked out episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
that blanked out episode 9. That didn't exist.
Yes.
Oh
I know
god,
why.
that was fucking difficult. That was difficult. That was fucking difficult. That was proper difficult. Oh god, that was what made that episode worse was singing and dancing
Yes.
for Klingons. Why? Why?
Klingons
So
shouldn't be dancing.
yeah,
Yes. No,
yeah,
for me,
singing or dancing.
yes.
Yeah, so
No, no, definitely. I give you that. Yeah.
oh god, that was well anywhere. So, Bastion, what goodies have you brought for this? Well, for your first stream, for your first podcast of 2024. What goodies have you
Well,
brought for us
well,
today?
I've got some very interesting bands and stuff lined up, and yes, let me get started with those crazy bands that I've got for this week. And I'm starting off with a band called Lunatica. Lunatica. It's a melodic symphonic metal band from Surargo in Switzerland. In the first track, I listened to Avalon. It's a crazy good song. The world under us is out of this world, and did it come to this? It's an awesome song. The track 2, Dreamers, is awesome, and new shows must be played loud. The band is crazy good, and they can be found on Facebook, Lunatica, YouTube, Digital Home, and go and check the band out. Melodic symphonic metal band. What else can you say about it? Then I've got a band called Jenner. It's a speed thrash metal band from Belgrade, Serbia. In the first track I listened to, Night Without Dawn, it's an epic song. The Thunder Roar is a killer guitar riffs and drums. The Test of Time featuring Emil Ivo Savic is a kick-ass song. Young and Proud is out of this world. Silent Killer is such a great song. The band deliver on each song, and you can find the band Facebook Jenner Serbia, Instagram Jenner Serbia, and YouTube Jenner Serbia. And then we've got Elena Wild. It's a rock metal singer from Minsk in Belarus. In the first track I listened to, Shades of Blue, is pure magic. The familiar taste of poison featuring Sandro is crazy good. That's the Hailstorm cover song. And Show Me How to Live, the Autoslave cover, is super cool. Party in My Head is out of this world. Helena has an awesome voice. She can be found on Facebook, Helena Wild. Instagram, you can also find her, Helena Wild. And YouTube, Mr. Scorpion Tamer. And then we've got No Terror in the Bang. It's an alternative metal band from France. In the first track I listened to, Another Kind of Violence, is weird but brilliant song. Sublimation is as good as it gets. The track Eclosion will knock you out of your socks. No More Helpful Peace Part 1, it's a killer song. Uncanny Horns up to metal, and it's a crazy good song. The band is unique and they are hugely talented. They can be found on Facebook, No Terror in the Bang, Instagram, No Terror in the Bang, X, Terror_Bang, and YouTube, No Terror in the Bang. And then I've got the band called Perfect Nightmare. It's a melodic death metal band from Modesto, California. And the first track I listened to is War is Loud and In Your Face. And that's the track is War. And it's loud and in your face. Violence is a super cool song. Buried Alive is awesome guitar riffs. Pisces, the Ginger cover, the band has made it its own. The band is great and I like them. They can be found on Facebook, Perfect Nightmare Official, and on Instagram, Perfect Nightmare XP Band Official, and YouTube, Perfect Nightmare TV. Then I've got a band, Rogue Awakening. It's an alternative hard rock female-fronted band from Walsham in the UK. And the first track I listened to, Feed Me Fire, is crazy good song. Overshadowed takes you on a hard rock journey. The track Bored is out of this world. Dark Thoughts is a killer song. The band is awesome and it can be found on Facebook, Rogue Awakening Official, Instagram, Rogue Awakening, X Rogue Awakening. And for me, go and check this band out from the UK, Rogue Awakening. If you see them playing somewhere, check them out live. Then I've got a band, Dark Divine. It's a spooky hard rock band from Orlando, Florida. The first track I listened to, Cold is a killer song. Drown is a kick-ass song. Blast in Your Face. The track Circles is a spooky, good song. Halloween is an epic song. Terrifier is super cool. The band say what they believe in their words. They're insanely good. And they can be found on Facebook, Dark Divine Music, X Dark Divine Music, Instagram, Dark Divine Official, and YouTube, Thriller Records. And that's another record, indie record company you should check out. The Word Alive is an American metalcore group that was formed in 2008 in Phoenix and Arizona. And the first track I listened to New Empty featuring Normandy, Crank It Up for the Hood. Hate Me featuring Loveless is a super cool song. The track Hard Reset is a crazy good song. Fade Away is a kick-ass song. One of Us featuring Bad Omens, Play It to the Max. And yes, that Bad Omens track feature them is fantastic. I do like it. I like the band. They can be found on Facebook, World Alive, X World, The World Alive, Instagram, The World Alive, and YouTube, Thriller Records. Then I've got a band, War of Ages. It's an American Christian metal band from Erie, Pennsylvania. The first track I listened to, Famine, is a brilliant song. Collapse has awesome guitar riffs. All-consuming fire, crank it up, so the neighbors know you're alive. The track Battle is a killer metal song. From Ashes is a super cool song. The band is loud and in your face. I like them. And they can be found on X War of Ages, Facebook War of Ages, Instagram War of Ages, and Facedown Records. And just for those that's wondering, look up, view any kind of band. Doesn't matter what religion, doesn't matter what they are. If the music is cool, you'll hear it from me. And now I'm getting to my gigs. And the first one I'm featuring, Stand United in America 2024 tour, Firewind, Edge of Paradise, and Immortal Guardian. 12 April, Manchester, New Hampshire, at Angel City Music Hall. 13 Reading, Pennsylvania, at Reverb. 14 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Craft House. 16 Westland, Michigan, Token Lounge. 17 Hobart, Indiana, at Hobart Art Theatre. 20th Peoria, Illinois, at Revival Music Hall. 21st Juliet, my tongue is twisting tonight, Illinois, the Forge. And 21st Denver, Colorado, at the HQ, its headquarters. And 25th San Diego, California, at the Brickyard, Brick by Brick. 26th Anaheim, California, House of Blues, Parish Room. And 27 West Hollywood, at the famous Whiskey A Go Go. And the 28th San Francisco, at DNA Lounge. And then the Warning European Tour 2024. 4th Madrid, Spain. 5th Lisbon, Portugal. San Diego de Compostela, Spain. 8th Barcelona, Spain. Bilbao, Spain, the 9th. 11th Milan, Italy. 12th Zurich, Switzerland. 13th Munich, Germany. 14th Prague, Czech Republic. 16th Berlin, Germany. 17th Cologne, Germany. 18th Paris, France. 19th Haarlem, the Netherlands. 21st Birmingham in the UK. 22nd Leeds, UK. 23rd Glasgow, Scotland. 25th Manchester, UK. 26th Cardiff, UK. And 27th London, UK. And then I've got Friday the 23rd and 24th Night Train, Bradford. Bands include Spiderbite, Saints Among Us, Dead Demons, Blackwater Redemption. And the 18th to 19th of April, the Metal Fest Ecuador, bands that included will be there. Within Temptation, Exodus, Killswitch Engage, and Anthrax. Then I've got Bradford 2024, 4th of May, South of Salem, Muddy Brook, Black Lakes, Cry, Redfern. And then I've also got, that's at the Night Train, Bradford. Then I've got Historica Epic 2024 UK tour with Scarlet Riot. And 11th of April, Birmingham. 12th, Manchester. The 13th, Glasgow. The 16th, Bristol. The 17th, Southampton. The 18th, Nottingham. The 20th, London. And then I've got the Baltic Open Air Festival. Besta Tide will be there, and Stella Mortis will be playing. It's the 22nd of August to the 24th. And then the 13th of January, Platypus Planet will be releasing the new single, and it's been mixed by Anna Black. And I've spoken to Anna this week, and they are so hyped up about this, and I can believe it after listening to the song. I'm going to do a song review more or less around the 13th on that song, so watch out for that. And then I'm going to try and get Anna into talk with us after the release of this. So, her and hopefully Frank Nolte from the band Platypus Planet, so they can actually talk with us and give us a bit of insight into the band. And if anybody is listening in Germany, guitarist, hit me up on X, because I might have a band for you if you're in Germany and interested in playing live music and doing gigs and stuff like that. I might have a band for you that's interested. And that's my bit for this week, Al.
Cool. Some really cool bands there, Basjan.
Yes.
Yeah, really cool bands. And I've put, if anybody wants to get in contact with Basjan over on X, Twitter, I have put Basjan's profile in the chat there. So if anybody wants, you can post there. You can get in contact there.
And
Yeah.
Well, there was with the bands that I was going through.
Yeah.
There was one thing, and I'm getting it. Why doesn't the bands that's playing in Scotland say in the UK? Because I insist on saying they're playing in Scotland. Scotland for me is in the UK. Why don't they want to say in the UK but put it Scotland?
It's a long story, which you got to go back about something like 800 years. So it's a long drawn out story.
So will it be okay if we say from now on, listen, if you're playing in Scotland, you're playing in the UK over here on this podcast?
Yeah. So like I said, it's a political debate which I don't want to get into. Which I don't want to get into. It's like I said, it's a long story to actually get into, and it's like around about at least 800 years. At least 800 years. So yeah. Well, for me, I was somewhat trawling through YouTube yesterday, and I have found a Taiwan folk metal sort of like artist called Nini Music. I posted the link to their channel in the chat there, and go check them out. You will like it. Some of you may have noticed some posts on Facebook and Twitter about it, and I've also sent Basjan, I've sent you the link so to check them out.
Thanks.
Well, put this way, it's good to see rock and metal, basically expanding.
Yes.
Not only like what you think of rock and metal, such as like bands such as like, say, for instance, say Metallica or Iron Maiden, play people like that, but actually expanding the genres, if you know what I mean. So basically, the Taiwan, I know Taiwan's got rock and metal bands. I know I played them on the show a good few times, but actually expanding, they're getting like bringing in like a traditional Taiwanese folk music and bringing it into the metal genre. So it's I've seen, like I said, I've watched a couple of Nini music videos yesterday, and she's pretty good, really good. So go check them out, guys. And I see Tony in the chat there. So hi Tony, how you doing there, dude?
Hi, Tony. Good to see you.
So yeah, hi Tony. So yeah. So right, what's coming up on the show? Earlier today, I recorded top 3 songs of, and this time I did a part 2, Itala.
Yes.
Last week I did top 3 songs of. Let me see. Let me get the right title. False Pretenses last week. I chose top 3
Yes.
songs of from there. My top 3 songs from that album. And this earlier today, I did pick top 3. I picked my top 3 songs from their latest album, Live to Regret.
Yes.
So yeah, I've chosen like 3 songs: War of Attrition, Saint, and Juliet. So yeah, that's going to be released
Awesome.
tomorrow at 9 a.m. UK time. I believe that's 11 a.m. South African time, and I
Yes.
believe it's 4 a.m. East Coast time of America. So yeah, check that out. And for the video show coming up this Thursday. Oh, before I forget, I know I will forget. Hopefully, Basjan and myself are going to be recording a couple more top 3 songs of tomorrow. So
Yes.
stay tuned for them. Um, so so yeah, going to be that's coming up. Those 2 videos will be released over the like Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday and Thursday. But yeah, coming up on the radio show this week, this Thursday, over on digitalrevolutionradio.com, and the show Project Metal Across the Pond, which starts at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. East Coast of America time. Let me see, 8 p.m. South African time. I'm going to be the album of the 2 albums of the week are from the first band is Rearmed with their album
Mm-hmm.
Double X or 20 or 20 if you think if you go by Roman numerals. And the other
Mm-hmm.
one, the other band is called Relentless Aggression with their album The Shadow of All Things Broken. And both bands are
Wow. Awesome.
absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Is there?
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be, and then hopefully I will be continuing. At the minute, I will be continuing my sort of like journey through like all the air bands that start with air on the channel. So
Oh.
yeah, it's going to be.
Awesome.
I'm still on air. So so yeah, that's going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm only on. It's absolutely mental how many bands that I've actually got on the computer at the minute. So yeah. So oh oh, I nearly forgot. Nearly forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Or for the YouTube channel side of this,
Mm-hmm.
where I can uh, um, get the thing up. Oh, on the 26th, I've got to confirm it.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got to confirm it. I'm going to be talking to on the interview. I'm hoping to get them. Order of 9,
Oh yes.
and I'm hoping to get them on. Like I said, I've just got to confirm it. So don't worry about what. 18 day, about just under 3 weeks. So yeah, and then on the 27th, I'm going to be interviewing. Let me see. God, I can't think of the name at the minute because I haven't got the thing. I haven't got Fallen Legacies. Fallen Legacies. I've listened to some of their music, and they are absolutely another really good band. So on the 27th, I'm going to be talking to Fallen Legacies, which is going to be at 9 p.m. On the 27th. So stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
Oh, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be checking out a band called Heroes and Fools. Now I have briefly checked them out on a couple of weeks back, but I need to do sort of like a deep dive on Heroes and Fools.
Oh, yes.
So when I check them out, I'll let you know what I think, and then if possible, I might get a settlement interview with them. And I'm also going to be checking out a good few other bands as well, and see if they're up to do. I can't really say much just yet, but if they are up to doing some interviews, I will be getting them. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel. So yeah. So Basjan, what else? What else have you been up to, especially over the Christmas period?
Oh, spending some time with family and hearing from my brother's kids what games they into and stuff like that, and just asking generally what attracts them. And what seems to attract the younger generation is they get a group of friends and they play a game together. So somebody in the group suggests, let's play this game, and it looks like 8 of them join in, play a game, go and get a game, and play it online, PC or console, the game together. And that's a very interesting concept from the younger generation that's coming through on the gaming side. And when I asked them, listen, any movies or anything and they say they watch reality type things, not necessarily on TV, but TikTok and other social media. They go for reality types of thing. They're not much interested in TV at all, and radio, music, and stuff like that. Or what friends recommend. So if they see it on social media, the platforms they're on, they give it a listen and talk about it and stuff like that. So yes, they go into YouTube. So hopefully, like I talk to them, listen, come and check us out. We're doing metal and stuff, and come and say hello. If you around, come and pop in. And it's not just one country based. It's not like my brother's younger son. His name is Peter. They basically got friends and stuff all over the world. So it's not just from one country based. These guys come together and play stuff. And also the older brother gets invited to the forums and stuff like that and help people with the games. So that's out there. And they get this stuff, early releases if you help in the game. And you also get some stuff you can use in the game. So in other words, you're on par with the credit card players, as we used to call them. You can play at that level if you're helping out in the game. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities and stuff like that. Very interesting thought. And also, did I buy physical records of games? Not interested. All about downloading and getting stuff either on Bitcoin or PayPal and stuff like that and paying it through there. So very interesting way of thinking and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know there's quite a few people will turn around and say they're missing out on like physical media, such as like vinyl or CD or even cassette tapes. I know they're sort of like missing out on stuff like that.
For them,
Especially,
for the, mhm.
you know, so
For them, it's going compact and sort of, how can you put it? Being here today, tomorrow you can go anywhere you want, but you've got access, if you've got Wi-Fi, to everything, and you can play your games, your music, you take wherever you want to. So for them, it doesn't make sense to, how can you put it, have a bunch of vinyls. If you've got like this SSD small hard drives and stuff like that, or small devices where you can actually listen, store your music, your games and stuff on there. That's about compatibility these
yeah,
days for them.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm of the generation where
Mm,
technically I'm classed as Gen X. I'm classed as a Gen Xer,
mm,
and
mm,
I'm of the time period where I know I grew up on
mm.
the vinyl, the video cassette,
Yes,
the PCR. I grew up on
yes.
the tape decks. I grew up on the CD players. I grew up on Christ. I've seen the progression from what you
Oh,
call
yes.
old technology to some
Mm,
people to basically now. And there are a lot of people out there who are like that. Christ,
yes.
I've personally, yes, I love vinyl. I love CDs. I love
Oh,
tapes,
yes.
cassette tapes. Um, Christ, if you see my setup here at here
Mm,
where I am,
mm.
I can actually hook up pretty much everything to me to the computer.
Exactly.
But I can understand. I can also understand some of these who are just downloads, purely downloads. Christ, I've got a
Yes,
smartphone.
yes.
I can basically connect to the internet anywhere in the world, and I can listen
True.
to all the download stuff, which I can do. But when I'm sitting in
Mm,
the house, I want to listen to the vinyl. I want to listen to CDs. I want to listen to the cassette tapes. You know what I mean?
mm.
But yeah, but
True.
like I said before, they miss out on the old technology.
Uh, Definitely. Look,
So
for me, personally, like I also said, uh, I'm old school. When I say old school, got vinyl, even listened to his master's voice, those wind up old ones. I still got some of them. I've got 8 tracks and stuff like that. So yes, but I can also understand what these guys say. Why you want to be tied down to one location? Why don't you go and see the world and travel around? Why do you want to be in one country all the time? And this is what these youngsters are going for. They want to be, how can you put it, uh, compact, where you can actually get all your stuff and hop on and get to your next destination, hook up Wi-Fi, uh, buy the stuff you want to buy, uh, earn your stuff with Bitcoin or Monero, whatever these currencies, and live like these guys are living. They want to live to a certain extent off the grid and uh, just be free to go where they want to go. Because that's the way they think and makes them happy. Why not? Not bound to one country, not bound to a house.
Yeah, I can.
But I'm a bit too old.
I totally agree. Yeah, same here. Same here. But I can understand because I want to travel the world. All I've got to do is just take my phone and my laptop. Yeah. But at the same time, like I said, at the same time, it's like, do you really want to, like, basically, you know, do you really want to basically be tagging the internet all the time? Do you really want to be online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? I don't.
Oh,
there are times where I literally just turn off everything and go outside. So
same here. That's why I took a break from the internet and actually for about 2 weeks, no internet, nothing whatsoever. Closest I come is the stuff that I've downloaded, the series and stuff that I get with the package of sign on with one of these the service providers, and also the TV thing where I can download so much and actually watch it and get the next ones. And I've done that to an extent, but after I actually sit down and watch what's on TV, like the national broadcaster and some of the cable or satellite stuff, what's out there, I can't blame the youngsters of not wanting to watch it. It's absolute a bunch of garbage, and you're paying for that. They wouldn't get paid to watch it even if they paid me. I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I haven't. Me personally, I haven't watched any real sort of like TV. Doesn't matter if it's cable. I don't know if it's. I don't care if it's cable, satellite, or whatever it is. I haven't watched any sort of like meaningful TV for 14, 15 years. It's I just put on YouTube, and literally just watch YouTube most of the time. If say for instance a particular YouTube channel that I watch on a regular basis, if they recommend a TV series or a movie or whatever, I just say, right, okay. I know somebody who's got Netflix. I know somebody who is just up, and I'll just say, "Oi, do you mind? Is it okay for me to come round and sit down and watch this TV series? I've heard it was pretty good." And it says, "Oh yeah, what's it on? Oh, Netflix." And I would turn around and say, "Do you want to watch it?" And it says, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll check it out with you." You know what I mean? It's like, or I can like get like sort of like you know what I mean? Just get like some you know what I mean? I was just like, but to actually watch, like say the BBC or here in the UK, the BBC or ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5. There's a couple of series that I watch on a regular basis. I would watch, but even then, it's just like, really. There's a TV series. I don't know if anybody's watched it, but I've been watching the recent run of Doctor Who, and I was just like thinking, you have just killed off Doctor Who for me. And I've been watching it for over, well, as far back as I can remember, since the 70s. I've been watching it since the 70s, since the original run of Doctor Who.
That's an
And it's
all-time
just like
classic.
he just killed it off. Yeah, I can remember watching. I can't really remember watching John Pertwee because I was too young. But I can remember watching from Tom Baker onwards.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? And yeah. And hey up, Lisa Boo. How you doing?
Hi,
Have you
Lisa,
spanked
bro.
that like?
Good to have Lisa. Yeah, look, I watched
So yeah,
also
yeah,
the original Doctor Who, and for me, that's what I found with Magnum PI. That's what I found with MacGyver. All of these. If you make the A Team, I'm not going to bother watching it because I know the original cast. Same with Knight Rider. There was just one. Guy that's played it in one car doesn't if they do modifications or whatever to the car, it's not the same kit.
yeah. Now, funnily enough, they are remaking Magnum PI. They've remade
uh,
a Knight Rider with Knight Rider with oh, what's his name? He played Goose out of original Top Gun film. Trying to think of his
oh
name.
yes, oh yes, I know what you're
Help me out
talking
in
about.
chat.
Goose.
Yeah, he did the original. He did the remake of. He did the kit voice.
Uh,
And the redid for 40 seasons of Hawaii 5 and it was good. Don't get us wrong, because I did watch the first 5 6 seasons of it. Because James Corn's son played
yes,
Daniel, and it
yes.
was pretty decent. It was pretty decent, the remake, because it just sort of like stuck to the original storylines of it.
Yes.
But it was just because I can remember you watching the original when I
Yes.
was a kid.
I watched the original Y50
So
as well.
and
So yes.
I loved the original 18 with
Oh yes.
George Peppard, Mr. T, Dwight
Yes.
Schultz, and
The face man.
Dirk
What's his
Dirk
name?
Benedict.
The Benedict. Yes.
But Dirk, Dirk Benedict, and the I think when was it 2010 version of film version of 18 with
Yes.
Liam Neeson. It was decent. It was decent.
Mhm.
It was decent because they did have like the cameo of Dirk Benedict
Mhm.
and what's his name? Ellen Mad Murdoch. I did mention his name.
Schultz.
Dwight Schultz.
Schultz. Yes.
And at the end of the film, yeah, Dwight Schultz, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, like I said, the 2010 film version was pretty decent.
Mhm.
Not as good as the original,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, it wasn't bad. But
True.
I was just like, because I was reading up on NCIS,
Mhm.
and at the time, Donald P. I think it was. I can't think of his name. The main creator, producer of Hawaii Five-0 wanted
Yes.
Magnum PI to be in the same universe uh, as Hawaii Five-0. He wanted to be in the
Oh
same
yes.
universe as it,
Oh yes.
because when Hawaii Five-0 finished
Mm-hmm.
in well, it started in 68, 60, 68, 69 and finished in
Yes.
1980. Magnum PI
Yes.
started in 1980 and wanted to
Yes.
carry on,
Yes.
wanted Magnum PI to carry on. And
Yes.
then when they did the NCIS Los Angeles, they did a
Mm-hmm.
couple of crossovers with the remake of the new version of Hawaii Five-0 with NCIS Los Angeles.
Oh.
So and then they also wanted to when from what I've been hearing, there's a new version of Magnum PI coming out, and they're going to start putting the Magnum PI
Mm-hmm.
NCIS.
It's interesting
So
to watch that. Yeah.
make that as you will.
Mhm. But yeah, I don't know. For me,
But
the big thing is.
unfortunately,
Mhm.
the NCI.
Mhm.
I was going to say, unfortunately, the NCI Los Angeles was cancelled last. I think it was
Yes.
last year. I think it
Yes.
was finally finished, and same with Hawaii Five-0 as well.
Yes.
But the
It
original
finished.
NCIS is still going,
Yes.
and there's also, from what I understand of it, in development, there is an NCIS Australia.
I've heard about it. I haven't watched it.
So yeah, so
Oh yes.
yeah,
Original NCIS. I remember because my mother used to watch that, and uh, I started watching it, and it was fantastic. Uh, Also, she liked Gresham, the CSI,
yeah,
reg- but the original, for me, first season of CSI was fantastic. And when unfortunately the characters started dying off and stuff like that, disappeared, it's just not the same. When you get used to characters, especially like that, seeing them disappear and move on, I know it takes something away, especially with the original NCIS. Uh,
yeah,
when that Israeli girl disappeared, she was killed, and a lot of people liked her, and people started disappearing and stuff like that. It's just not the same, unfortunately. But I understand they want to move on with their lives,
yeah.
get married, and do other stuff. Oh, Grissom was fantastic. I agree,
Oh, good,
Lisa.
yeah, yeah. He was, yeah, yeah. The speaking of Grisham, I'm just checking up. Just checking up on the main guy, Grisham.
Mhm.
Um, he actually played Liam Peterson.
Mhm.
He was. This is pre Silence of the Lambs,
Mhm.
right? This is pre Silence of the Lambs. He was actually Hannibal Lecter in the film. Just getting just so I'm just checking the actual titles. The red. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, he was. Where is it? Where is it? Getting the yeah, yeah, In 1986, because I'm on live research, people, live research. Yeah, he played.
Mhm.
In 1986. He played FBI agent Will Graham in the first Hannibal Lecter film, Manhunter. In the first, because his role was so emotionally exhausting, he did everything he could to rid himself of Graham after finishing the principal photography. So he was in the first. He was in the first Hannibal Lecter film,
Wow.
Manhunter.
Yes, he did like the bug.
So
But I wonder if Grissom
that
also
was in
tasted the
'86
bug.
because I did watch it. Yeah, 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 and And speaking of NCIS, I stopped watching NCIS around about season 12, I think. Around about season 12,
Mhm.
when Ziva and
Yeah.
Denoso left
Yes.
because of I stopped watching it. And then when I heard that Polly Perrette left, who played Abby, left as well in 2015, I was just like, I can't watch it. Three of the main characters leaving, like where they did, especially Abby, after what I've been reading about it.
Mm.
And then when David McCallum died, who plays Ducky, died last year
Yes.
in the I was just like, no. Manchi granted he was 89, something like that. But
Oh, yes, he was.
yeah,
Look, for me,
yeah. Oh, and
yes,
speaking of David
everybody
McCallum,
liked everybody liked Abby.
yeah,
She and Zeba, everybody liked, especially Abby's coffee.
yeah,
She's not human if she doesn't have her coffee.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, when, like I said, when Ziva left and then Donoso leaving,
Oh,
and
yes.
then obviously Abby leaving as well. I was just like, I just couldn't watch it. It's only recently, recently when I think it's season
Mm,
15, 16, 15.
mm, mm.
I started to watch it again from season 15 because it's been on when I've been to Mother's. She's been having it on
Yes.
the show on, and I sort of like starting to get back into it again, sort of.
Look,
But
for me,
it's not NCIS now. It's not.
that's not. And also, how can you put it? I've gone back to watch later episodes and stuff like that. And I'm not going to spoil it, but something happens later on. And it just told me, yes, your character is left, but now you've actually done something, so somebody's not coming back ever again. So that's what I did, and
Yeah.
uh, for me, that's a complete. I actually at the whole thing, I watched it with my first of all with my mother and stuff like that, and I had it always here. So if she comes around, watch it, and she's seen every one of them, and she's agreed with me when that particular incident happened. It put her off the thing. She never wants to watch it again. So I've deleted every one. I had every one of those till the final season I had, but I deleted it all because for me, it's ruined. It's ruined the series for me. And yes, it was something special that you can watch, and it was fantastic. But sadly, when you do something like that, the writers, the script writers, think before you do something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's been a lot of TV series that I watched way back when,
Mm.
and sort of like I stopped for whatever reason. I stopped watching them, and then when I went back to them again, like years later, just to catch up on things, and it's just like thinking, what the hell have they done to this show?
Exactly.
What have they done? Type of thing. I was just like, really? It's like like I said, with Doctor Who. Like I said, I've been watching it since the 70s. And when they sort of cancelled it in 1989 after Sylvester McCoy, and they did the TV movie with Paul McGann, with what's his name, Roberts, as the master. I was just like, really? And when Russell T Davies brought it back in 2005, I was like, yay! I was happy about it. I was happy about Christopher Eccleston with Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor. I was like, I like this guy, but from what I've heard from the interviews with Christopher Eccleston, he didn't enjoy his experience on the Doctor Who set because he was going through a lot of stuff in his personal life. And then when he like said, I'm only going to bring it back for I'm only going to do one season,
Mm-hmm.
and he said everybody went off on one. But I was like, he's got his reasons. You don't have to, you know, he was going through some personal problems. But yeah, but that's it. Leave it at that. But when you got to now, people are going to turn around and say, "Oh, they're going to turn around and say, blame Jodie Whittaker for the decline of Doctor Who." I don't blame Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker did the best she could with what she got from the script writers, from the writers. The writers are the problem. The writers were basically,
Exactly.
I was just like, the writers were just diabolical, proper, full on diabolical.
Exactly.
Jodie, like I said, Jodie Whittaker fucking did what she could with what she got. And then I was just like, then when I heard that Russell T Davies was coming back and actually took over from Chibnall, I was just like, I was like thinking, oh, he's going to, I was like thinking, yay, and he was going to bring back the Tennant for the for the 14th Doctor. I was just like,
Yes.
oh, this should be interesting. Now I've watched all four. I've watched all four Doctor Who specials from from for the 60th year. Now, write us again. Write us again. Now, the acting was absolutely brilliant. The actors got David Tennant. We got um, Donald Noble with Catherine Tate. We got they even got just before he died. I got Bernard Cribbins back for one scene.
Oh yes.
And I was just like, but when they turn around and in one of the scenes with their beat the meat. The writers got the writers here. There's one scene and I'm sort of like paraphrasing here. David Tennant said, Doctor said, Tennant beat the meat. He said something along the lines of, beat the meat. It's something about being like a he or him, and then the Donna's daughter turns and says, "Oh, you can't assume his pronouns." I was like, "What the fuck? It's a kids fucking program. It's a fucking kids program here. What are you fucking doing? Bringing this fucking bullshit into the fucking thing?" I was like, leave that to one fucking side. Leave that out of it. Don't bring the fucking kids into the shit. So I was just like, fucking, what the fuck? And that really pissed me off, and a lot of the community, the Who universe. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but bollocks. Get over yourselves. But unfortunately, that's today's fucking shit. And this is the reason why I don't watch TV now, because of this bullshit or fucking films. The only ones I fucking do watch is the only films I do watch is the Godzilla films.
Yes.
The rest of it is just I just don't care about, because the fucking script writing is absolute bollocks. It's bullshit.
A lot of people have complained about
what I want from a film or a TV series is all I want from a TV series or a movie or a film or movie, or what you want to call it, is a good storyline. That's all I fucking want. Is a good storyline.
Exactly. Good storyline, try and be original and keep us interested. Don't be predictable, don't how can you put it? Don't take us for being stupid. Write something original that's good and a good storyline, like you said.
Yeah. That's all I want from a TV TV series or a movie is a good storyline. That's all I want.
Exactly.
That's all I want is a good fucking storyline with decent actors.
Oh yes.
So
yeah, look, that's the one thing I was looking for.
It's just like,
while I was actually trying to between the family and stuff like that, and watching the series, trying to find decent sort of movie and stuff like that. And in the moment, I must say, very few sort of stuff have come out. I've spoke to my brothers, kids and stuff like that, and also talking to other youngsters, not youngsters, but people in the teens, late teens and early 20s and stuff like that. And for me, what I'm saying is today's movies, some of them are so far-fetched, it doesn't make sense. It's not happening in the. They say, who's been writing this stuff? And I've also been thinking, look, what's the plot behind this? I don't know if you've ever watched The Fast and the Furious.
I watched the first 2, 3. I watched the first 3. Then I stopped watching it.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil all I say is what's happened is they're closing down the franchise now. And it's ended, how can you put it without giving the plot away? Let's put it this way: the next installment will feature The Rock. It might feature Vin Diesel, it might not.
Yeah, I know the film in parts 11 and 12 back to back. That I do know. Sort of like I've been hearing that they're doing like filming 11 and 12 back to back. But
Yes.
yeah, I
Look,
don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched. I've watched for like since I think it was. I didn't even watch Tokyo Drift really, to be honest.
yeah,
So
for me,
yeah, that
if
was
you,
like I said, I stopped watched the first one and two. Yeah,
for me, I watch it because of the cars. I love cars and stuff like that. And if you're really a fan of the thing and want to see the end, look, I would not watch the latest one that's out now till the last two have been made and watch it all together. Because if you're going to watch it now, you're going to be highly, there's no other way to say it, pissed off. You got to put it that way. You're going to be highly upset because
yeah,
it's not an ending you're going to enjoy. I actually watched with my mother because she's been a Vin Diesel fan since Triple X, and she was highly upset. She actually used words I'm not going to use on here. My mother doesn't curse, so for her to use that kind of language, I'm not even using on here.
yeah,
It tells you how bad it is. Jason Momoa, it's not his fault. He played an excellent villain in the series, the thing.
yeah.
He did everything right, but whoever wrote the script, those three stuff should have come out together and watched together. That's my take on that. But if you're looking for like if you're into cars and stuff, go and see Gran Turismo. That's the one you should be seeing. That's the best one that's been out for the last couple of years. It came out last year. Nothing to do with it's better out there. That's got to do with cars and gaming. Go and watch it.
Manchester, the only in recent time anyway, the only sort of like Fast and the Furious sort of like universe film is Hudson Shaw.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the only one I did watch. That's the only one I did watch. Because I like I do like Jason Statham. I've always been sort of like been watching. I've been sort of
The
like I do like
transport,
Jason Statham since Lock Stock.
the transporter.
Lock Stock. Because
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
Lock Stock, Transport, and Crank.
yes. Well, I finally
So
finished another series that I finished. Another series is, but sort of the movie, four movies, the same character was John Wick. And yeah, for me, the best one still on the series was the first one. The last one, yeah, ending was not too bad. I did like the guy from the Matrix, that bald guy. He played a excellent role in the, yes, Lawrence Fishburne. And yes, Keanu Reeves is one of those actors. If he's in a movie, he always puts his best foot forward. He does the stunts, and he's actually believable. So if he's in a movie, and he's one of few I actually watch him, Johnny Depp, and people like that, I do go and watch when I'm in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I haven't seen, I've seen the first three John Wicks. I haven't had a chance to watch John Wick 4. So I've heard people say, yeah, it's one of the best ones, and some other people say it's too convoluted. But I
Look,
don't know. I don't know.
for me,
I will eventually getting around to actually watching it.
there's a computer game out, and for me, look, like I say, I'm not going to spoil it, but what I can say, they've decided, okay, we're making 4. It's ending with number 4. And number 4 is the one where it's ending. And for me, number 1 and number 4 are the best. That's the ones you sort of should pay attention to. And yes, excellent roles played in that by the actors. The script writing was fantastic in those. So I would go, but again, those are movies for adults only. It's not for anybody under 18 or sensitive people. You shouldn't go and watch it because you're not going to like it.
Oh, oh, good, yeah. Oh, good, yeah. It's just like I've seen, like I said, I've seen quite a few where like really, really nasty films. I'm not talking about in recent times because the horror films and stuff like that today, what's being produced today is a lot of crap. Well, I've seen, I'm going back to the early 80s where I was like 81, 82. Well, I've seen some really dodgy films in my time where
Oh, yes.
you could turn around and see a proper video nasty,
Yes.
and
Oh,
yeah, modern day films are just like we've got absolutely nothing on some of these older films from the 1970s and 80s.
exactly.
Literally got nothing on them because it's
Yes, I've seen
in
this few. Mm-hmm.
I was going to say
Yeah, now.
from
Mm-hmm.
about what 97, 98 with Scream. What he what was it? What's the film called? I know what he did last summer,
The summer,
and
yes.
all the
Scream. Also,
the
some
team.
that came out. The Blair Witch Project. Those kind of.
Yeah,
But I know what you did
yeah,
last summer. A
yeah,
good. The guy with the hook, it's going after the people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, to me, that those are tame compared to what like say the original uncut version of the Evil Dead, Cannibal Holocaust,
Look,
the original, yeah, uh, you know what I mean, the Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Living Dead, Day of the Living Dead,
yeah. Yes.
the original George Romero zombie films, not the
Yes.
not the films what you zombie films what you see today. Those were
Yes.
terrifying.
I've at the original to import it. The George Ramirez film. the black and white one.
Night Night with the Living Dead.
Living Dead, yes. And oh yes, uncut version, perfect. And yes, look at the Italian movies that were made. They call them the exploitation movies and stuff like that. A lot of them would get so much trouble today, especially from the animal activists and these groups and stuff like that, because animals were actually sort of killed and butchered on a set, and there was some really nasty stuff, especially in Cannibal Holocaust. I remember that thing. And yes, wow.
Little story about that, about Cannibal Holocaust. I'm going back, because I've got a copy of it a few years back, and there was a behind the scenes documentary about it. And the director literally had to get the cast in because he was actually taken to court in Italy, saying that people were saying, I was a major flap about this. Oh, the director killed the people off, the director killed the actors off. So he was like, he was going, really? So he had to get the actors in and actually take them to bring them actually into the courtroom and said, do these actors look dead to you? And people got so worked up about it. And I was like thinking, do people realise, can you separate art and reality? Separate them. It's just, you know what I mean? I was just like, oh God, really? Really? On one hand, you've got to have the critical thinking of actually saying, this film is art. This is for entertainment purposes. Doesn't matter what it is. It's for entertainment purposes. Then you got like sort of like you got to separate it from reality from art. You got to separate them. I was just like, oh my God, really, really. I was just like, oh God.
But I know some of I know some of those movies, especially the Italian ones. That's because they were mostly Italian made. Those sort of movies got X-rated in or banned in the UK. I remember they got banned here in South Africa as well.
Yeah, I know Cannibal Holocaust got banned, and the original version of Evil Dead got banned for a certain part of the film, which I won't mention here. If you know what I mean about that, and it got cut out in later. So, and I wouldn't say I've got to see. I didn't see it when it first came out, but I watched it later. Later on in the.
For me, the most controversial film I ever saw was a French movie. I'm trying to. It was actually banned in France itself. You can buy it in the United States, a copy of it, but you can't buy a copy of it in France. And it's an extremely violent movie. And yes, I'm going to mention a name here. It's called Biasmore. And for me, look, if you, how can you put it, get easily offended or stuff like that, please don't go and Google it or go and look for the movie. Don't go and watch it. It's not for you. Trust me. When I tell you that, I mean it. It's not for you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
I've seen the movie, and yes, it's disturbing, and it's how can you put it? I compare it to how can you say Thelma and Louise, but how can you put the hardcore version of Thelma and Louise?
Yeah. 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 Like I said, it's just like some of the movies out today, and TV shows. It's just like it gets so hyped up. It's literally
Mm,
so hyped up, and it's just like thinking when you do watch it, it's just like thinking that was just a massive letdown, a massive letdown. It's unbelievable. Somebody said, yeah, especially in the films in the last 10 years or so, there's such a
mm.
letdown.
Oh yes. Well, that's why I say I kind of watch certain actors, and my sister wanted to watch a movie, the one with what's his name, Sylvester Stallone. Staten play this time in it. Was he in it? I know Dolph Lundgren was in it. He played. Uh, I can't remember because for me, I watched it with my mother, and I'm thinking, yes, okay, I get it at the end. It's a surprising ending, and uh, yes, I can understand these actors are getting to the end of their careers. They're probably not going to see uh, uh, many more movies with them in it. And yes, it's a fun kind of movie. Not everybody's going to like it, but it's a fun kind of movie. And yeah, they ended with it's a pity because of Bruce Willis's health. I would love to see him in there because he would have been in there. All these sort of 80s, how can you put it, action heroes together in one movie.
Yeah.
The old,
Do you, Expendables 4.
yes, this last one was out there, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. It's Expendables 4. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I know people who've seen Expendables 4. Hey, up, Dan.
I
That's my
know.
That's my nephew. Yeah, I know people who've seen Expendables 4.
Mm.
They said it was pretty decent. It's a pretty decent movie for what it is.
It is, and for me,
So
what I must give the movie a lot of credit for, how can you put it, the surprise ending. There's a surprise ending, and everybody's gonna love the ending.
yeah,
So that's what you want in a movie. You want to have a good time, and yes, look, this good martial arts, this uh, sort of tongue-in-the-cheek moment with Dolph Lundgren shooting without having a drink. So
yeah,
there's some good moments where you laugh and stuff like that. Look, it's a movie for grown-ups. It's not a movie for kids. Why I say it's a movie? Not because of the violence. Grown up, the older generation will enjoy that kind of movie uh, much more. It's not bombarded with bad language and stuff like that. Uh, it's some good action.
yeah. If you grew up in like the 70s and 80s,
Mm.
you know because you couldn't get away from Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yes.
Sylvester Stallone. Chuck
Yes.
Norris, Rob. I was going to say Rob Van Dam. Jean-Claude Van Damme. He couldn't get away from like all these big name stars who actually were starred in like all these action movies back in the 70s and 80s, going on into the 90s. Like you got Bruce Willis, you got Dolph Lundgren, you got like I said, Chuck Norris and people like that.
Yes.
Jet Li and other people like that. He couldn't get away from them. And then when Stallone created the Expendables, I was like, oh, and he sort of like spot the action hero from the 80s and 90s. Because you had Terry Crews in there. You had, what's it, Dan, you watch MMA. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He had cauliflower ear, what you call cauliflower ear. Any rugby fan or like MMA fighter will know.
Oh yes, I know which guy you're talking.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
They talked about his ear in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I know which guy you're talking about.
Yeah, he's a former MMA. Yeah, he's a former MMA. Yeah, Randy Culture. That's him. Randy Culture.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan.
I was just couldn't think of his name now.
It's Dan that provided us with the info.
Yeah. I just couldn't think of his name now. And it's like when, like I said, when Stallone thought he spot the action hero, spot the sportsman, spot. You know what I mean? It's just like it's absolutely brilliant. And it's like the first, because I have seen the first three. That's another film I need to watch because I've been hearing some pretty decent stuff about that, about the film, about Expendables 4. So, yeah, it's just like you just like I said, just couldn't get away from like this.
No.
Yeah, it's.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's like. Yeah, because she had
Die Hard.
Die Hard. You had Lethal Weapon. You had Terminator 2. You had
yes. Rambo.
A couple of Rambo films. You got a couple of quite a few. You got Total Recall. That was in the early 90s. You had True Lies. That was about it. That was sort of like a spy stroke action.
Yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, I can. Yeah, Jim. Yes, Dan. Yes, I know. Last Action Hero.
Yeah, yes.
No, that was funny. That like.
For me, I was actually lucky because I saw some of the action stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s. Chuck Norris at his best in Mission Impossible. Not Mission Impossible. What was it called? Gosh, damn. Now I'm forgetting stuff. I'm getting really old. Missing in Action series. And some of the stuff he was actually Chuck Norris was playing this army kind of, and then Rambo came out and stuff like that. And later on, Tom Cruise came out of Top Gun and stuff like that. So yes, action movies. There's some good action stuff out there.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Now, you said before there, Basjan, about Bruce Willis having that sort of like being forced to retire with due to his health.
Yes.
The two films that I've seen him in, which is like was Red and Red 2.
Yes.
That it was sort of like the slapstick. I wouldn't say slapstick, but it was sort of like sort of like espionage stroke comedy, if you know what I mean.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it
it's like,
was Bruce Willis, if my memory serves me right, because I remember way back when there was a TV series on with him and Cheryl Shepard. I think it was called Moonlighting.
yeah, I used to watch that with Sybil Shepherd.
Yes, and for me, I actually enjoy this stuff because he could act. He's a good actor, and like the stuff he was, and also not forgetting the 80s and stuff like that. What was his name? Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because he still kept going in the 80s with some of the movies he was making.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Speaking of Burt Reynolds, now this is a nightmare fuel. It was a
Mhm.
John Borman film from the early 70s, Deliverance.
Oh,
That was
yes.
nightmare. No, that was a nightmare fuel. That nightmare fuel.
Yes.
Oh god, especially
Yes, it
that
was.
scene with this, especially trying to run away from like the trying to get away from the hillbillies. I was just like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my god,
That was
oh god,
actually such a great movie.
it was yeah, it was yeah.
And yeah.
Catch you later, Dan.
See you later, Dan. Thanks for popping in. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
Lisa, Moonlighting was good. I actually enjoyed it.
yeah, that was Moonlighting. Moonlighting was actually Bruce Willis's breakout role.
Yes. Yes, it
This
was.
is like this is before the first Die Hard movie. I think it
Yes.
was 88. And Moonlighting was just before. I
Yes.
think they did 3 seasons of it. Yeah, I think they
That
did
was
three
actually,
seasons of it. I think it was 3 seasons.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. I used to watch it. I used to watch it. I loved watching that. Like it's sort of like will they, won't they, sort of like get together type of thing.
Mm-hmm. And I also think, yeah, when was it? Yeah, it was the 80s. Uh, what was his name? Tom Selleck played uh, a cop movie where these robots start attacking these little robot spiders and started attacking people. That was in the 80s. I remember that one. It was also quite a decent movie. And especially not seeing Tom Selleck after Magnum PI and seeing this movie. Wow, okay. But now he's
Yeah,
on, what's it, uh, that cop series on
yeah.
TV.
Jesse. I've
Uh,
seen it advertised. Jesse. Yeah, he's a small town sheriff or something like that.
in,
Jesse, I said I'd only just seen it
hmm,
advertised. So
yes.
don't, you know,
But he's also another actor. Look, these old school actors, they keep going because they've got a talent. They can adapt
oh god,
and
yeah,
play forever like in movies.
yeah, he was actually Lisa Boo, Tom Selleck, Quigley Down Under.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
oh yeah, he was good in that. Um,
He was.
yeah, he was good in that. There was another he started another cowboy film, which was a remake actually. Um, I think it was I can't think of his name. I just watched it with the deer. I can't think of his name. Tom Selleck is a good actor. Because I
Oh,
used to
yes.
watch Man in the PI back in the 80s. He was a good actor. He still is a good actor. Because I've seen him
Oh,
in Three Men and a Baby with
oh,
Steve
yes.
Guttenberg and Ted Danson.
Oh, yes. He could fit in any type of role if he wants to. He's one of
Yeah,
those actors that can do any kind. But
yeah,
something, one of Sylvester Stallone's daughters and one of uh, John Claude Van Damme's daughters are professional MMA fighters. So we can see when they're going to meet up fighting each other. I'm
yeah.
sure that's going to be one hell of a fight.
Oh, God, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's not going to be cheap for those who want to watch it. That I can tell you.
Oh, God, yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, uh, martial arts background and Stallone's boxing background, right? Because he had to train for Rocky and Rocky
Yes.
for the Rocky films. Because I know from when seen an interview with Will Smith when he did Ali, he had to
Yes.
train, properly train, to basically be convincing enough to actually be in the ring,
Good.
especially playing Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
He
yes.
was properly trained. Same with Stallone. He was properly trained.
Oh, yes. If you take a scene in one of the Rocky movies where he was supposedly trained in Russia, he was chopping the wood and running in the snow. To do that kind of scenes, you got to be fit.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. It's like there's been I've seen a couple of interviews with Stallone, and he said that basically at the end of the day, there's been a couple of scenes in the ring where I can't remember exactly what who hit who, but
Mm.
somebody was saying just hit me type of thing, and that literally were going for it, literally going for it in the ring. They
Mm.
were actually having a boxing match in the ring in Madison Square in one of them is Madison Square Garden, and
Mm.
I think it was called Withers, who claimed
Yes.
Apollo Creed, and
Yes.
they were literally going for it.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
because basically from what I understand of it, they were actually so far it was arranged when they're doing the film. One
Mm.
of the films where they actually were there was actually bouts actually going on when they were actually doing that those scenes, and basically they literally had to make it real, that to make it look realistic because it was realistic. Because
Mm.
when you had about God knows how many people there, thousands of people there watching actual boxing
Mm.
matches, they had to make it look convincing. If you know what I mean, because they were actually trained,
Mm. Yes.
and
Oh,
they
yes, for
literally
sure.
got knocked about, properly knocked about.
Well, the problem is when they hired, what's his name, George Foreman, to played one of the fighters in one of the movies. George Foreman got fired because he knocked out this the star actor
Yeah,
in boxing. He knocked him out
yeah,
for real. So, but
yeah,
then again, if you can't, how can you put it, uh, uh, do the training and stuff like that, you shouldn't be in the boxing ring with George
yeah,
Foreman because George Foreman is no youngster, and if he knocks you out, what chance you got of playing a real sort of believable boxer in a movie?
Yeah. And I'm no expert in boxing. I've never trained to be a
Same here.
boxer, and I know how long and hard it is to train just to be an amateur boxer type of
Yes.
thing. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of training.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
So
for sure. The hours they put in there, training in the ring, and also running, doing the work behind the scenes, like the running, the gym work, uh, all of that. That's not nice stuff. People like you and me wouldn't go for that because that's really hard stuff, going and sweating for hours.
yeah, oh god, yeah, god, yeah. Yeah, it's just like it's absolutely mental. What some of these sportsmen
Yes,
actually go through. It's absolutely mental. What how dedicated, how
yeah,
how focused you've got to be on this stuff. That goes for in sports really. When you think about it, it's got to be you got to be
yes.
laser focused,
Oh,
laser
yes.
focused.
So,
So
and with this boxing and stuff like that, you could get, if you not properly trained and stuff like that in top condition, you could get seriously hurt, and people have gotten badly injured in the ring. So, yes,
yeah,
you got to
people.
be
Yeah,
in top shape.
yeah, people have died in the ring.
Oh,
Literally
yes,
died in the ring.
true.
It's like unreal. I've seen some boxing. I've seen some boxing. I've seen some bouts, boxing
Mm,
bouts, where they've been so knocked about and everything, they just collapsed in the middle of the ring and died.
yes,
It's because some of these boxers, oh god, their punches is just like it's just like thinking, how can some of these boxers go for 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds, literally taking that amount of punishment? You
true.
know what I mean? It's just like some of them is just like either they get seriously sort of like messed up in the head because basically it's
True.
a full on contact sport, or
True.
dying.
Oh, yes. Look for me. Yeah, got to think back when boxing was like 15, 20 rounds. It was even worse back then.
Yeah, and bare
And
knuckled, and bare
yes,
knuckled.
bare knuckled, yes.
Because I've read I've read and seen documentaries about boxing over the years, and some of these
Mm-hmm.
rounds last for about 100, 200 rounds.
Yeah, yes,
Because obviously with bare knuckles, right, with bare knuckles, you're not hitting the head, you're basically hitting the body, because
yes,
basically your head is basically just like you haven't got that much muscle
yes.
on your head. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically skin and bone really. It's only like a
Yes,
few muscle on. Obviously, you've got your bare muscles here for eating and stuff like that, and smiling and stuff like that. But some of these, like I said, some of these, especially the bare knuckles,
mm-hmm.
when you go for the bare body,
Mm-hmm.
you actually go for the body. But so like I said, but when the invention of the Queensberry rolls put gloves
Mm-hmm.
on, we're starting to go for the head. We're starting to go for the head. You know what I mean? It's
Yes,
just like it was a marked difference between bare knuckles where they go for the body.
yes.
It's like the gloves with the like you go for start to go for the head again. The head start to go for the head.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a marked difference.
True, true. And yes, they say one of the most brutal bouts in boxing when that guy called Muhammad Ali, he said, "Your name is Cassius Clay. Who's Muhammad Ali?" And he mocked his name and stuff like that. And Muhammad Ali never knocked him out. He basically punched the guy when the final bell ring. The guy was in so much pain and stuff like that. And he keeps saying to the guy, "What's my name? What's my name?" during the rounds.
Yeah,
And they say it's one of the
yeah,
most brutal boxing matches ever.
yeah. Oh yeah. I remember seeing that clip. I remember seeing that clip because obviously he retired when he basically retired when I was growing up. But I did see the
Mm.
clip. So yeah, it's like some of these actors who play boxers have literally got to be trained up because if they don't,
Yes.
you're going to be flat on the backs within the first 2 seconds.
Oh yes. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
it's
yes,
just
there's
like
some good stuff out there if you're looking uh, to watch some movies and stuff like that and go back to the 80s. If you can find it anywhere, take a look at those 70s, 80s, and 90s action movies because
oh
you'll
god,
be
yeah,
surprised how many of the stuff and stunts they don't do today because it's deemed too dangerous and stuff like that with the insurance,
yeah,
with the
yeah,
big name actors.
oh
But
god,
yeah,
yeah,
look, for me, actors I would go and watch. Oh, another thing about the expandables that make the movie uh, such a great movie. You got female actors that can actually, actresses or actors can do the um, kicking, the martial arts and everything, and
yeah,
they look believable because they're properly trained. And you're not going to
oh
mess
yeah,
with those kind of ladies. I'm just glad they're
yeah.
not, how can you put it, uh, metal singers. Imagine giving these ladies a hard time and they jump off stage and starting kicking your butt.
There's been a few women singers jumping off the stage and kicking literally kicking ass and taking no names. There's been a good few of them,
Oh yes.
especially in the punk era. Especially in the punk
Oh,
era. Oh god,
oh
back in the
yes.
70s and 80s, it's just like you just did not want to mess with them fuckers. Literally, you just did not want to mess with them.
Oh
Even
yes.
now, you just some of these metal singers, you just like thinking, yes, you're hot, yes, you can sing, and I'm not going to mess with you because
Yeah. If you look
you
at their
know you
boots.
yeah yeah, but by all means, fucking like sort of like respectfully
Mm,
fucking like sort of like think they're sort of like hot and everything. But
mm,
if you like we keep saying, be respectful to the bands,
mm,
literally,
yeah.
regardless of the gender. Literally, be respectful.
Yeah.
Be
True.
respectful.
Look, for me, the first thing, if you look at these ladies, and if you have taken look at some of the pictures that got taken of them on stage and stuff like that, if you look at the boots they're wearing, you don't want to get kicked with that because if that gets you in some strategic places, you're not going to walk out there. I can tell you, you're
Oh
going to
god,
crawl
yeah,
out there.
yeah. Well, be carried out more like.
Oh yes.
Because I've been to I've been to gigs. I've been
Mm,
to like since about 1991, since I was about 18. I've been
mm,
to, sorry, talking 33, 34 year. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to like I lost count. There
Mm-hmm.
must be at least 500 gigs
Yes.
up and down the UK, up and down up and down England, and some of these women who, especially if they get dressed, if they get dressed up, some of these boats you do not want to be anywhere, you do not want to be connected with, especially if they get
Yes.
pissed off, because
Exactly.
some of these boots, like the heels are about some of the soles are like about what a good
Yes.
4 or 5 inches, 6 inches,
Yes.
and if you know what I'm talking about, and you know the brand from Spain called New Rocks, you do not want to be fucking. You do not want to be fucking connected.
No.
Because I had some New Rocks myself,
Mhm.
knee length ones, and they were heavy as fuck. They were pure leather and metal, and
Yes.
basically, and they were solid, and they were based off biker boots. They are actually based off biker boots,
Yes.
and basically they were designed to be fucking heavy duty, like I said, heavy duty biker boots. And well, put this way, you do not want to be, yeah, you do not want your certain areas of your body, you do not want to be connected to them.
Yes.
Literally, you do not want to be connected, either your head or other parts.
Yeah. Definitely not. Because if the because I know some of these women do some mixed martial arts training to keep in shape and stuff like that, and also to
Yeah.
keep the stress away. So if
Oh, good.
they've got that kind of training with those kind of boots, you stay far, far away. You don't want to be
Yeah.
next to the guy also that's causing the crap, because if the kick misses the dude and it lands on you,
Well,
you're also going to be carried.
put this way, I've been to gigs where they literally, if somebody starts kicking off for whatever reason, I've seen the crowd just fall apart, literally just apart, and leaving the guy there. It's like, we're not with him. We're not with him. Look, if you're lucky, the people you want to the people who are, if you're going to kick off with someone, your best friend is the security. Literally, the security will, and even then, the security can be fucking nasty as well. If
Yes.
you've been, but yeah, like I said, be respectful. Doesn't matter what type. It doesn't matter who the musician is. Be respectful, because
Oh,
at the end of
yes.
the day, you do not want to get the reputation of being a complete and utter idiot at gigs. So be respectful to the bands. Doesn't
Oh,
matter
yes.
who it is.
Look, with cell phone technology and the technology out there today, you don't want to be the dude on all over social media that got kicked by the lead singer of a band
Yeah,
with one kick and you carry it out and your
yeah,
photo all over social media.
yeah,
Oh, when you go to do your next kick, oh, aren't you the guy that got kicked by so and so and so?
yeah, yeah. It's like yeah, it's just like, well, it's not the bands you've got to worry about. It's the fans. It's
Yes,
the fans. Because that's
true.
one thing about the rock and metal community. If you are a complete and utter idiot at these gigs, it's not the security you've got to worry about. It's not the bands you've got to worry about,
Yes,
because the rock and metal community look after each other. If you're a
yes,
dick, that's it. You will get ostracized from the community, because people, most 99.999% of the time, because you always get one. Doesn't matter what you fucking do. You always get
yeah,
one total idiot.
Yes.
But the rock metal community will police itself. And if you were an idiot, you would get chucked out, regardless of if it's security or the band or the fucking the crowd will kick you out.
For sure, because the last thing people already have a good time, and the last thing they want is the cops to show up at a venue or start going to venues. They don't want the cops there. They want to have a good time, leave in peace and a good time, and come back when they want to come back and hang out and feel safe. They don't want some person to go and create a bad name for a gig place and stuff where people hang out, have a good time. They don't want it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like one of the venues that I normally if I do when I do get out and go to see a band, it's Trillions in Newcastle.
Oh yes.
And I seen a video last like end of last year in 2023, and now the bar didn't do the bar like basically filmed the altercation. Somebody was kicking off, and basically they got him out and everything, got him out of the bar. Or I think it was either he was kicking off outside, and he was trying to get in, or somebody was kicking off in the bar, and he had to be thrown out. But the regulars of Trillions stepped up and fucking made sure that not only was the guy safe. Obviously, he was kicking off, he was mouthing off and everything, but they made sure that everything was fucking above board and thing. Just literally threw him out of the bar. And it was just like, people just don't want that, especially if they found a venue that actually like and actually feel safe in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've been to Trillions many a time over the years, and it's a lovely, friendly boozer. It's a lovely, friendly bar, and I feel safe there. Christ, I've left fucking £500 worth of fucking computer equipment in there, and I came back. It was still there, still intact, not even touched.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what I like about Trillions. It is fucking a lovely, friendly place, and they want to keep. And not only the management wants to keep it that way, the people who go there want to keep it like that.
Exactly.
So like I said, the rock and metal community will police itself. Literally, will police itself. If they see any trouble, that's it. It gets dealt with straight away, safely and obviously safely in fucking all that good jazz. So yeah, it's
true. No, definitely. That's the thing. You want to go out. For those that's having a few drinks, want to have a few drinks in peace, go home, safe and sound, and come back next time and also have a good time. They don't want the place to turn into a place where the cops are hanging out, not because there's something going wrong, but also when the cops start hanging around places, they actually feel annoyed and go do a proper search and everything. And if you a few drinks too many and walking home, and I see now you're drunk in public, write you up and you spend a night in jail.
Yeah.
Well, somebody could have. It's like when the cops is not there, somebody can say, "Listen, I'll take you home. Where do you live? 2 blocks down this. Up in, I'll drop you off there." And But yeah, like I said, it's not that you don't want the cops. The cops got other stuff to do. They, they don't want them to waste their time because one person is misbehaving, causing a scene at the place.
Yeah. It's like that's one thing you just don't want. It's just like, oh, why is the police here? Why is this? Why? And it's thinking, oh, this must be a dodgy pub. This
Yeah,
must be a dodgy bar. I don't want to go in there. Defeats the object. So if you sort of like be respectful, not only
yeah,
to like if you go out and see a band, respectful of the band, but also
yeah,
be respectful to the boss staff, be respectful to the
yes,
venue.
true.
This is people's
Uh,
livelihoods.
True. And what's happening in most places where the council see there's a trend of disturbance and stuff like that, uh, over here they're starting to close venues down. They say, hey, we're removing your liquor license.
It's the same in this country. If they get too many complaints, the police will basically shut you down. Literally shut you down
Mm-hmm.
if you get too many complaints.
Mm-hmm.
One, maybe it's two. Yeah, you can get away with if it's like not on a regular occurrence. But if it's like one or two, it's just like thinking, oh, being a decent pub, it sort of like manages itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of thing, and it's just like the police will just say, carry on the way you're carrying on. As long as you don't fucking make it a regular occurrence, you're fine. You're not going to get closed down. But
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's just like one of those types of things. But like I said, the rock and metal community is just like a brilliant community, all inclusive.
True.
Doesn't matter who you are. If you are a decent person who just wants to have a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of fun, have a few beers or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
be respectful, be whatever, right? You're fine. You welcome into the community. But if you're
True.
completely no dick, they're just like, we don't want you.
Exactly. And you think it's just one pup that's going to kick you out. They're spreading, somebody's going to get a photograph of you and spreading it around. And you're going to be shown the door at a lot of other pubs and venues because they don't want trouble there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just like, well, put it this way, ever since like the sort of like, oh God, must be a good few decades now,
Mm-hmm.
with telephones and stuff like that, and then with the invention of the internet and the smartphones, word gets around quick, lightning fast.
True.
By the time you get kicked out of one boozer, and by the time you get to the next one, that's it. You're done. The
Exactly.
bouncers will, the security, the bar
Mm-hmm.
staff, the management will fucking know. Don't let that person in. They are a troublemaker.
Yeah. Oh, yes, for sure. And for good reason. They don't
Good
want
reason.
you at their pub because they don't want trouble in their pub. They want the clientele to continue to have a good time and feel safe there. Because if they feel safe and having a good time, they're spending money. And that's how it works.
Yeah, yeah. Then you get something out of it. Yeah,
Yes.
the client, the people who go into these boosters are getting something out of it. The people
Oh,
who
yes.
work in this work in the industry
Mm-hmm.
get something out of it. The bands, the venues who put bands on, regardless of
Oh, yes.
genre, get something out of
Yes.
it because they've got a live venue. They've got a venue to play at.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yes.
It's a all if everything's like all nice and all nice and friendly and safe, and it's a win-win situation for everybody.
True. I agree with it. And it's true. It's happening, and don't blame the staff for wanting it to continue because it's good business. And also, you can
Yeah,
attract good bands and stuff to play in your venue. If you've got a
yeah,
peaceful, nice venue, good name.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's like I know there have been quite a few venues that I've been to that have been absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
In and around like Newcastle and Sunderland, there's been a good few good venues.
Mm-hmm.
Really some really good venues in and around Sunderland and Newcastle that I've been to, and it's absolutely been absolutely brilliant because I felt safe going in, especially when I've been going to some of these venues by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you just like thinking, yeah, I feel safe here. Walking in, like going into the venue, I was like, oh, nice friendly place. And then
Oh,
all the
true.
time when I've been going to these venues a couple of times, I was like, oh, nice clientele, nice friendly pair of staff, nice surroundings. You know what I mean? People, that's what you want.
True.
Excuse me.
So,
That's
so
what you want.
what's the minimum age before they let you into the pubs or the venues there in the UK?
It depends. It literally depends. Uh, if there is live music on,
Mm,
if there's live music on, it could say people could turn around and say the band's or the venue would say open to all,
okay.
right? Open to all. Some venues will say, right, okay, this band's a bit more adult, and they say 14 plus, or some say
Mm-hmm.
16 plus, or 18
Mm-hmm.
or 18 or above only. It all depends on the venue. It all depends on what bands they're getting in. But yeah, if that's just for live music, and then if it's in, that's if it's in like a bar venue.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a nightclub type
Mm-hmm.
venue, as soon as the band goes off stage, they're
Mm-hmm.
out, regardless. They get booted out by security
Ah, yes.
because they at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10:30. You can take them in as long as it's accompanied by an adult. All
Mm-hmm.
this, don't forget, you've got to be accompanied by an adult, whether it be
Ah,
your
yes.
parents, whether it be a guardian, or whoever it is. Like, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to know the kid, and it's got to be like some sort of like legal guardian,
True.
right? So if it's a nightclub, because I've been to a good few nightclubs where they
Mm-hmm.
put live music on, start at 7, finishes 10:30, and as soon as those bands come off stage, they're out. And they get, I wouldn't say manhandled out, but you get literally metaphorically booted out at 10:30 because they've got to do a
Mm-hmm.
switch over between cleaning the place up and then open the doors for the nightclub at 11 o'clock, 11 p.m.
Ah, yes.
So it's like I
Yeah,
said, it's
mm-hmm.
all to do
And
down to the venues and the bands.
with us here, if it's a no alcohol show like in the afternoons, yes, it's open, the music and stuff like that. But as soon as alcohol starts getting served, 18 plus, n-
Yeah,
nobody under 18 is allowed in the venue.
yeah,
Unless it's on a sports ground where bands are playing, then another rules apply. Then it's basically open. The bands that played this will decide what's the age restriction. In other words, type of bands it's on. If it's bands more adult orientated, it'd be 18 plus or 16 plus.
Yeah.
But
That's
alcohol, it's
similar
18.
here. Yeah, it's similar here. But the kids, when they do go to see live music, like I said, it all depends on the venue and the bands and all that crap. If it's like open to all, like all ages welcome. That's the thing. If there's alcohol being served, the kids can't go up to the bar and actually get drinks, buy drinks. That's the thing. It's illegal, regardless. Kids can't buy drink. On the other hand, has been quite a bit of a debate over the last few years that I know of. From the age, if you are actually sitting down for a proper, full-on meal in a restaurant, a proper restaurant, not one of these places where it sells bar food, a proper restaurant. A person who is 16, like the legal age in this country is 18, when you can start drinking legally. But if you are sitting down, if you are having a proper sit-down meal in a proper restaurant, you can go up to a bar at 16 and buy an alcoholic drink. As far as I know, that's far as I know. I don't know if it's been changed or not, but as far as I know, it's 16. If you are actually in a restaurant, a proper restaurant, not one of these sales bar food, it's you can go in at 16, 17 and go up to the bar and buy a drink in this country.
Wow.
And what's even more messed up, and what is literally more messed up, if you're in your own home and you are 5 years old, you can drink in your own home.
No ways. Serious?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Over here, they'll charge you with child neglect if you give a minor that young a drink over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. 5-year-old. If you are in your own home, you can give a kid an alcoholic drink.
Wow. Very
That's how messed up
interesting.
this country is.
It is. But I'm sure if you're in France also, because I know the French are quite liberal about that. So because the wine and stuff like that. So I'm sure the drinking age in France is a lot lower, and I'm sure everybody in France and Italy, I know they like their wines and stuff like that with meals. So I'm sure teens are drinking there in those countries legally.
Yeah. But bear with us for 1 minute there, Basjan. I've just got Nip to do something. So can you take over?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Elizabeth, see you back. We were busy talking about where you can actually, what age you can have a glass of wine or a beer and stuff like that in public and at home. And I don't know where you're from and at what age can you drink in your country legal outside the house, like the pub or a restaurant? And what is the legal age you can drink at your home? Alcoholic drinks we're talking about. Because in my country, it's 18 years old. It's from Canada, it's same as here in South Africa, where I'm from. It's 18 years here, if you drink in public, I think you'll be okay if you're having a barbecue or braai, like we call it here. Your parents give you a beer or something, it's be okay. I know the United States, it's 21. You can't have a drink in the United States if you're under 21. So Canada seems to have a nice system there. 18 years to drink. Any good Canadian beers you know of, Lisa Boo? Because I understand South Africa's favorite beer comes from Canada. It's actually Carling Black Label. And it comes from Canada. And it's not a bad beer. I used to drink it back in the day. But now, if I'm having an alcoholic drink, I prefer a whiskey. So if I'm having a drink, I'll have my whiskey and that's it. I don't mind the gin now and again. Oh, some good small breweries. Those are normally the nice ones there, because they tend to have nice variety of beers and stuff like that. And some of the beers are not high in alcohol, but actually taste quite good. So yes, it's lucky stuff over there. Talking about Canada, I actually need to get to Canada because I want some maple syrup. I enjoy my maple syrup on my flapjacks and stuff like that. I don't know why. Must be the Canadian influence on me. Those Canadian maple syrup is quite expensive here in South Africa, I must say. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good. I know that's so good. And I've just emptied my last bottle of maple syrup, Lisa Boo. I know. Oh yes, I can see it. The prices over here they did go up, the maple syrup, and then HP sauce. That's another thing I actually enjoy over here. Some really good HP sauce.
HP stands for. Do you know what HP stands for?
I knew, but you can remind me.
It was made for the house. It also stands for Houses of Parliament in here
Oh
in
yes,
the
the
UK.
house. You also get HP sauce. So we, three of us has got something in common here.
It's British made. Yeah.
That's actually quite good. I enjoy.
Yeah, it was basically designed. Yeah. Yeah. It's a question for everybody here. What is your favorite food dish? What is your go-to food dish?
Oh yes, I also give. I do like a steak or barbecue steak. That's for me. But when I'm at the British establishment, I'm eating fish, mushy peas. I love it. Or if they got cod, mushy peas, or the British bangers and mash. Oh, spaghetti as well, yes. Italian.
Oh yeah.
If you go to a proper Italian restaurant, I love my Italian spaghetti and stuff like that. But don't go to an Italian restaurant and ask them for pineapple on
Mine's
pizza. They'll
like,
chuck you out.
They would apparently they love pineapple on pizza, but I find pineapple being the devil's food. It's a spawn of Satan. It's their Bible.
I don't eat.
Cool.
I'm not fond of.
Cool, Lisa.
You make it from scratch. Wow. Should talk about food.
Cool.
Get a recipe from Lisa Boo. Do you share the recipe, Lisa Boo?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Like I said, you can. If you want to send Basjan a message with a recipe, there, Lisa. Yeah, I think I've got these. If you're on Twitter, go to Twitter, Basjan_or. That's it there, Lisa.
Yes.
Or you can get me on Instagram. Just get me page up.
Because I know.
Where is it? Bear with me. Where's shareable for the thing? Share profile.
Oh, cool, Lisa. Thanks.
Copy. You can guess in the this is my Instagram page. If you want to hit me up, I'm usually on there on Instagram. If you want to follow me there.
Because I know the Italian.
Lisa.
The Italian mother saying the recipe down to their daughters and stuff like that. That's like a family secret with the spaghetti. It's the sauce they make it with, and it's all. It's be interesting to see what you're using. Because I love my spaghetti as well.
Yeah, my go-to food is either a burger, like a proper beef burger, probably a double cheese with barbecue sauce.
Oh yes.
Or I could go
Like
for, which I haven't had in about over a couple of years now. It's a kebab.
Oh yes. Nice kebab. Yes, burger. When I go to like a burger joint or a steak ranch that's doing the burgers, like a proper size patty of decent 100% beef, not soya in it, and it must be properly done and stuff like that. And yes, nice burger.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some of these monster burgers the guys are eating on. That's too big for me. I can't have one of these monster burgers.
Yeah. I've had some of these. I've had some burgers like four patties in the
Oh yes.
in the thing in the
Oh yeah.
bun, and it's like
Oh yes.
it's almost it's big. It's as big as my head, I think, and it's just like
Oh,
yeah, whoa, type of thing. I was like, a fucking burger that fucking big. I've seen some burgers that you're talking about what 10, 15 pound in weight.
Yes.
I was just like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I like my food, and I like I like burgers and stuff like that. I don't think I could eat a fucking 15-pound burger.
No,
Because I've
same
seen,
here.
I don't know if you can actually. I don't know if you've seen like Man versus Food type of thing. The
Yes, I've
program
seen
Man
it,
versus
man.
Food, where he goes out and does
Yes,
a challenge. I was just like,
yeah,
it's a wonder that the guys who actually did it, the guy who did it originally, I've seen him. He was like, I wouldn't say he was. I wouldn't say he was. He was a big guy. Put it that way, and I'm being polite here. He was a big guy, and then he had to stop doing it due to health reasons. And I've seen him again, like a couple of years later. He slimmed right down. He slimmed right down. And I was just
oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I was just like, no wonder he had to slim down because he was like literally doing these challenges
Oh,
where
yes.
he got to finish a meal. This challenge within 30 minutes
It's
or an
so
hour,
much time.
and he was like,
Yes.
he couldn't. There's something he couldn't do.
True.
Yeah,
Lisa said they've got a heart attack burger with 8
hey,
patties.
Lisa. Yeah, I've just seen that. Yeah, I was just like, what? Yeah. Have you seen the people doing hot dog championships? Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yes, I am.
I've
And I
seen them
don't like
get.
hot
I've
dogs.
seen. Yeah,
I don't like hot
yeah,
dogs that much to eat so many of them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen them. I've seen it's like ridiculous. There's some of these like it's like people's like literally shoving like basically shoving hot dogs in the mouth. I was just like, some of them actually do as make it a career out of it.
Yes. You have to train for that because you got to eat to get to that stage where you can actually eat it in the tournaments. But I don't want to go through that
Yeah,
because that is can't be healthy. Let's put it this way.
no, no, it's not. Especially when you're eating so much if it's like a sort of like meat challenge, eating that much protein in one go is like not healthy.
Yep, definitely not.
It's yeah,
Talking about
yeah,
challenges, have you guys
yeah. Let's
seen that
do it. I
that
don't know
guy?
how to do it either.
Oh yes, Sammy. I agree with you. It's not good for sure. Look, I don't know if you guys seen that
Yeah,
guy that did test on his own Pepper X. We actually fainted so many times eating Pepper X, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this guy's been eating peppers, the hot peppers for so many years. He's fainted doing eating Pepper X. Do I really want something with Pepper X on it to give it a go? L, you?
no,
Should we do it?
no,
Should we do it live here on
no,
this podcast?
nope. I'm not going to do it. I've seen people literally wimp out on the jalapenos, and jalapenos are not that hot.
No, they're not.
And I've seen people going for like the ghost peppers, the ghost pepper challenges. And
Yes.
I like spicy. I like hot. I like fucking peppers. I like fucking like spicy foods. But I
Mm-hmm.
draw a line at certain spicy foods. It's just like probably the most hottest thing I've eat is like I normally eat anywhere. If I do get this, I only get this like once every. Oh, I used to eat it all the time. But I love Madras curry.
Oh, yes.
I love Madras curry, and that's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line
Mm,
because I know people, i.e., my brothers,
mm,
always eat Pindaloos and Falls. I was like, nope, nope, I won't go down that road because I know for a fact that
mm.
if you're going to do something like that, it literally, if you eat too many of them all the time, it rots your guts out.
Yes.
The hot sauce challenge. Yes, I've seen people do it
Mm.
with
Oh,
the
yes,
hot
same here.
sauce challenge. Same with like the hot sauce hot wings challenge. There's a
Mm.
podcast over on YouTube who,
Oh, yes.
who they get somebody in. They have like 8 different types of sauces,
Mm-hmm.
and they go from like the mildest all the way up to the hottest. And whilst they're doing that, they ask questions. It's sort of like interview
Mm-hmm.
plus an interview type of thing, and it's just like, why, why? I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, why put you through that? Just sit down
True.
for like a normal interview.
Look, for me, I've got a few hot peppers here. My hottest one I've got to the moment is the ghost pepper. I've got it here. And I also got the habanero. The habanero is nice for if you do chicken stuff. Uh, it's got a really nice flavor to it. Uh, if you do it in the curry, but for me, if you do stuff like that, warn the people beforehand. Listen, this is not your run-of-the-mill type of hot. This is a bit hotter, and be prepared because the ghost pepper, it's hot. It is definitely hot. I've eaten of it, and I've also eaten a scorpion. I've got a scorpion sauce here, and yes, it's also nice, but it's also hot. You put a drop in.
Yeah,
That's enough to stir
yeah,
it. Not like your ketchup sauce or your HP sauce or your brown sauce. You don't put that much on.
yeah.
But yes,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah,
I
yeah.
also
It's
like
about
my
yeah. Curry is amazing.
I do like my curry. Actually, it's last weekend. What we call over here a bunny chow, and it's basically uh, full bread that's cut the top off. I'll take the bread pieces out and put curry, beef curry, mutton curry, or chicken curry. You can do vegetable curry as well. You put it inside the bread, and that's called the bunny chow. Now, depending how hot you want it,
Yeah,
if you
I've
go,
seen that.
mhm, if you go the South Indian route, it's not so hot. If you go the North Indian route, it's a bit hotter. But yes, I've eaten it and it's delicious, and I enjoy it. A lot of meat and a lot of nice stuff and sauce and stuff. So the bunny chow, and it's not bunnies
Yeah,
we eating. It's beef or mutton meat.
yeah, yeah. It's one for you. Uh, what is your what is your favorite curry to go to? So, sort of like, what is your favorite curry that you would have on a regular basis?
For me, I love the Indian curry or the Malayan curry. We've got both of them here. And strangely enough, the best one I've tasted so far is actually the vegetable curry they do. It's actually fantastic. So yes.
Yeah. Now I've sort of like now I did have now I like the Madras curry,
Yes.
but I also started to get into Thai green curry as well.
Oh, yes.
That's quite nice.
It is, but one thing, uh, it varies from Thai place to Thai place, is the hotness of the Thai. You can have one place a nice Thai green or red curry. The next, you're going to have the same sort of green or red curry, but it's going to burn, how can you put it? It's going to burn the crap out of you. So,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So, you got to.
Yeah,
Butter chicken or masala? Oh
yeah,
yes, I love that.
yeah,
Those are nice.
yeah, yeah. I like that as well. I like them as well. But I'd sort of like have like the tikka masala as well.
Oh yes.
That's quite nice as well. And I've had the Rogan Josh.
Oh
Um,
yes.
I've, I like the Rogan Josh. I like the biryani
Me
as
too.
well.
Biryani
I
we
like
eat
the
here on Fridays. Love my
yeah,
biryanis.
yeah. I've had a few of the years, but my go-to is like is the Madras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Madras curry is nice. I also enjoy it. But luckily, we spoiled in this country because we have, like the Malayan people here with their unique take on curry. We've got the people from South India living here in South Africa with their take on curry. It's a milder curry. It's how can you put it? It's a curry with more of a spice experience to it, and then you get the hot North Indian curry. And if you're not a hot person that like hot food, that could be like too much for you because even my brother he had curry the Northern Indian style and he also don't mind hot stuff. But for him, it was actually, he put it, pushed him to his limits. So, uh, it's
yeah,
something you got to try a bit, have a bit of it and see if it isn't too strong to go say, listen, it's too hot for me. Sorry, I can't have it.
yeah. It's like with if you like thinking about starting to eat sort of like any type of curry,
Mm,
the best bet is to start off with the mildest curry first,
yes.
and then if you then start to say, oh, this curry here, I quite enjoyed it. Then you start
Mm,
off, if you like it, then you start experimenting with with different types of curry. But you don't
mm,
want to jump in. You don't. That's one thing you just don't want to jump in, especially when it's concerning like sort of like spicy foods. You don't go. You don't just jump in with the hottest curry out there. You know
no.
that would just wreck you. That literally just wreck you. So your best bet is
True.
to actually start off with like with the lowest, the mildest curry. Then sort of like if you enjoy it, then you can like, sort of like go up in the scale of things. And yeah, exactly. You can always then go. Lisa Bobby, exactly. You can sit. Lisa Bobby just said exactly. Then you can go hotter.
True. What a lot of places over here are doing, especially if they're doing curry and stuff like that. You ask for a mild curry, and then with the sauces you get with it, or the stuff they give you with it, like some of the pickled veggies and stuff like that. Some of it's hot. You could ask them, listen, something a bit hotter on the sideline and stuff like that, but not too hot. And you try those. And if you're comfortable with this, you can then ask for something a bit hotter. But if that's where they bring you that's a bit hotter, when you start off with mild, and if that is too hot for you, then listen, stick to mild.
Yeah, yeah. I know there's certain people who can't eat like spicy foods due to health
Yes.
reasons.
Oh,
Because
yes.
like I know there's been a couple of people I've known who I know who can't eat spicy foods because it sets whatever health condition they've got. So
Unfortunately, my mother is one of them. She can't eat
yeah,
hot food at all. And
yeah,
that's why when we dine out and stuff like that, we always ask, listen, nothing hot on it. Not even a jalapeno, nothing hot. Uh, Bring the stuff like that. And if you've got stuff on the side, make sure the sauces and stuff you bring on the side, or the salads and stuff, don't have anything hot in it, because she loses her
yeah,
voice, and
yeah,
her heartbeat goes out of rhythm. So it's quite dangerous for her to have any hot food. So
yeah. Yeah. It's people think it's just but it's more common than you think. That's if somebody eats hot spicy food, they
mhm.
could end up in hospital. Literally could
True,
end up in hospital.
and that's
So
true. And also for me, uh, if you putting stuff out in your restaurant, let the people know if how hot it is. Give them an indication. This It's got a mild burn. The people that don't want any kind of burn say, okay, that's not for us. But just tell them, listen, it's a mild burn or whatever flavor to it, so they know. Because I know the problem my mother personally has with the stuff. When we go to the shops at the deli and stuff, like buying roasted potatoes, they put stuff on there. So I have to taste the stuff first and tell her, listen, mom, sorry, you bought the stuff, you can't eat it because they've put something hot on it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit of a bummer when, especially when you look forward to something. You go from the
Yes.
store and you're thinking, can I really eat this? But
Mm.
I know in this country they've got like put warning labels on. This may
Mm-hmm.
contain X. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh, it makes sense. They should do it over here as well. Unfortunately, they haven't done it yet at the major chain stores. And for me, I'm not thinking about old people also, but also for youngsters. If you've got a 2, 3-year-old, you cut up the potato and uh, the vegetables, and you put the supermarket put something on it, and the kid eats it, and it burns them. Uh, it's actually child neglect because
yeah,
the child is in pain and stuff like that. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, I know in the UK, there's been over the years, it's been happening
Mm-hmm.
lawsuits and everything. Now, and most things get like it's like a nut allergy.
Yeah.
We've got to have like this contains peanuts, or this contains nuts.
Yes.
Um, there's because it's been a big case where this restaurant uh, um, this restaurant a good few years ago got sued because they said when his family went in to have a meal, and they said, "Have you got any allergies?" They says, "Oh yes." The daughter held up her hand and said, "Oh yes, I've got a peanut allergy." So it says, "Oh, here's the list of food that we do without that does not contain peanuts." And somewhere down the line, had some communication breakdown somewhere, and the girl they brought out the food, and the girl ate it, died because the whoever made the food made put it was like traces of peanut in it in the food, and
Oh
she had an
no!
anaphylactic shock and died.
Wow, that is so
So
sad.
yeah, so now that every because I was out today shopping with mother, and every time that we go out for a meal, the restaurant staff always asks when we place an order, "Do you have any allergies?" And because we don't have any allergies, but they got to ask it by law,
Exactly.
by
Make
law,
sure we.
because because the government actually said put it into law. If you if you go into a restaurant or buy any food, you've got to put a label. You've got to ask, "Do you have any allergies?" It says this may contain whatever it is.
Exactly.
So,
Especially shellfish is another one people are quite allergic to.
oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of allergies out there now
Mm,
that is starting to be more getting identified now.
yes.
So yeah, yeah. It does drive me mad a little bit when it says may not contain whatever it is. Unfortunately, I know I'm speaking from like the UK perspective. Some of
Mm,
the food production lines, they get like um, use like especially some of the smaller companies. They use like one
mm,
production line, and
yes.
obviously if they get like an order in to do whatever it is, and then they get like another order in to do something else, they've got to clean that machine down completely. And sometimes,
Mm,
if you look at the label, this food was produced close in proximity of on the same production line of that type of thing. So
uh,
that's why they got to put the thing on. This may contain whatever it is. Like whether
uh,
it be um, whether it be peanuts, whether it be may contain milk, may contain whatever it is, if you know what I mean. So
uh,
that's the thing. That's the beauty. Well, I wouldn't say beauty, like, but that's what the beauty of like the UK food standard agency. They are very strict, real strict.
gotta be. Gotta be with the. Especially we've got like older people that's got allergies or the youngsters. The healthy people that's got a few allergies, they could survive, but the youngsters and the old people, they're not going to survive if they
Yeah,
get uh, uh, they eat the wrong stuff and stuff like that. So yes,
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that dude, we got starting to get on to about 3 hours, an hour longer than we originally planned. But we've been having some fun here, talking about different
So
things.
yes,
But started to, I think we started wrapping things up because I know for a fact that's getting on for 2 o'clock your time.
it's
Yeah,
2 o'clock in the
Bastion.
morning my time. Yes, 2 o'clock in the morning my time. So yes, guys, what's out this Friday? Coming out, Platinus plus Planet is releasing their new single, and let me tell you quickly what's the single's called because they sent it to me, but I'm not allowed to uh, play it or anything. Say review it beforehand. I can tell you the title because they've let it out, but I'm not allowed to tell you more than this at this stage. So I'll tell you, but I'm going to do a review next week on the song, anyways. So let me see, where is it? There's it. And the song is called Inner Peace. It's a single from Platypus Planet. So
Cool.
look
Cool.
out this Friday. It's going to be released. And I'm going to send L as soon as it's released. I'm going to send L probably on Thursday. No, I'm going to send it Thursday, but I'm going to mark it. Listen, don't play it till after Friday. So you can play it next week, but not this week. But
Yeah.
yes, it's out. And the other thing is, guys, go and support your indie venues and let us know where's your indie venues and stuff, what's playing there. And guys and girls, don't drink and drive. I've seen during this holiday so many people that's irresponsible, stupid, and some of them got locked up, and I've got no sympathy for them, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, yeah. Just to answer your question, Lisa, Bastion is in South Africa and it's 2 a.m. his time and it's midnight for me in the UK. So, yeah. And
And
yeah,
it's still,
just,
still, still early evening for Lisa Boone, Canada.
yeah. Yeah, and I would like echo what Bastion just said there with like drink driving. Don't, just don't. It's a full on
Mm,
dick move. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it at all. It's not
definitely
worth.
not.
Yeah, no, it's not worth your life or other people's lives if you sort of like get behind the wheel. It's not worth it. Organize, yeah, basically organize a lift home, walk home, try get public transport, get a taxi, Uber, whatever, or even better still, if there's a local hotel next door to the venue, get a fucking bed, get uh, basically get a hotel room and sleep it
Hmm.
off.
True.
It's like you said, don't be a dick. It's a don't drink and drive. Don't
Exactly.
drink and drive at all. It's not worth it. Yeah, have fun, have a few beers, but organise something to get home safely. Whether it be a
True.
friend, whether it be a family member to pick you up, get, like I said,
Hmm.
taxi, Uber, bus, train, whatever, or even get a hotel room. But don't drink and drive. It's a proper full-on dick move. Full-on dick move. So, guys,
All
on, on that note, catch you all later.
Catch you later. Lisa, have fun. Lisa Boo.
Have fun. Yeah, have fun, Lisa. And thank you for being here. It's good seeing you here. So, like you said, until next time, catch you all later.
Catch you later. Cheers.